Hello everyone, Renee here. Welcome to my channel if you have not been here before. This is your weekly pick a card reading. This reading is for the week of October 4th, 2021. All you have to do is pick one of these three cards that you see on the screen right now, and the correlating reading is for you. If it doesn't seem to resonate, you might want to take a look at your second choice. All right? Please remember this is a general reading, and take what makes sense and leave the rest. So which card do you feel drawn to at this time? Is it card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3? Once you've made up your mind, you can look below at those timestamps and fast forward to your reading. Thanks for watching. Hello, Group 1. Let's see what your first card is. You got Dream Time, Creation. So your creativity is going to be high this week, or you will be called on to be super creative this week. Also pay attention to your dreams. Let's draw a few more from this same deck. This is the Earth Magic Oracle. Autumnal Equinox release, of course. Happy autumn to all of you. Happy autumn, happy October. Good time to release something that no longer serves you. Ooh, we have volcano volatility. Okay, so some kind of situation might erupt this week to where you might become a little bit volatile, angry, irritated, irritable, and you might want to have to work at calming yourself, Group 1. Or maybe the volcano comes before the release. Maybe that is when the release occurs. Let's see what else I can tell you with some more oracle cards. Echoes number 20. Ancient culture, roots, and customs. And also for you, Enchanted, childlike wonder, fae, and getaways. So let me just scoot these over so I can fit that last card on the top row. So essentially, you've got a lot of releasing this week, okay? It might literally erupt like this volcano here. You might have reached your limit this week in some area, whether it's work, home, school, family, friends. Be prepared for that and try to keep your cool, all right? Now, we do have two similar colors here, that turquoise, so I would say to you, speak your truth and get your emotions out in a healthy way, all right? We've got echoes, ancient culture, roots, customs, and enchanted. I feel like this has to do with your creation card, being creative, you know, being childlike, using your imagination, maybe tapping into fairy energy, fae energy. And this has to do with customs and culture and taking a look at your roots, your ancestry. That might play a part in your release this week, or why you are volatile or irritable or angry. All right, let's get some tarot cards and see what I can tell you specifically about your week, Group 1. What specifically is happening this week, aside from what we've already talked about? Okay. Okay, 5 of discs, 6 of swords, 2 of wands, the wheel of fortune, and last but not least is the 10 of discs. These are really, overall, really good cards, but there is a transitional phase here after this card that speaks of destitution or worry. So it's probably financial worry or worry about your health or someone else's health. We're going to draw on that and get more specific for you, Group 1. Okay, justice. A decision has to be made. Oh, you do have to trust your intuition, Group 1. There's a tough choice that has to be made. And this card comes after it, that's transition. So this choice has to do with either your home situation or your work situation. It's kind of like, should I stay or should I go? Should I stay or should I go? You're weighing the pros and cons. You're trusting your intuition, but I feel you are meshing your intuition with your intellect. You're not just going to go with one or the other. You're going to weigh the pros and cons. You're going to be logical about it, but also tap in to that creative energy, that intuitive energy, so that you're doubly sure that you're making the right choice. And then we have the Two of Wands. You know, that's all about dominion and planning. I do get the sense of leaving with this card. So you are leaving something behind that no longer serves you, Group 1. That's the plan. And it might be the plan for the further future, because this card, the 10 of Coins or disc, is all about establishment and planning for the further future. So I feel like whatever this choice is, it's kind of a big deal. And this reading sounds familiar. So it might have been true for one of you. If you took a look at my zodiac readings for the month, I feel that one of you had this similar situation happening. Let me know in the comments if you know which one that was. Might have been Taurus, the Taurus reading for October. I'm not sure. Same exact type scenario. Should I stay or should I go? Planning for the further future. Okay. All right, exploring. Yes, some of you are going off alone. You're going off on your own. So maybe you're living a relationship, or maybe you still live with your family and you're going off on your own for the first time, or for the first time in a while. Or maybe you've been staying with roommates or friends for a while, and now you're kind of getting back on your feet financially, and you're able to leave and go off on your own. This is all about independence for you as well. And we do have the Wheel of Fortune card here, which is saying that you being independent and making this choice to do this thing by yourself, for yourself, is going to be very advantageous. It's absolutely the right choice for you, Group 1. Let's see what else I can tell you. Of course, everyone's different. Trust your own intuition, your own intellect, your own logical brain, plus your intuition. Yeah, you're making it happen. You are thriving and growing. Being valued. Meditate on it. That's what this card's saying. Meditate on it. Okay? Put that right there. Meditate on this, because what you're going into, transitioning into, is great fortune, and you being really, really good at whatever you're doing. Okay? Being reliable, moving slowly but surely, being patient but very proficient. And it's all good. A lot of this does feel like career to me. All right. But for a few of you, it is leaving a relationship, going off on your own. Let's draw a few more cards, see what else we get for you. We have rest. Yeah, rest. We have 2 4s, which is stability, essentially. It's get grounded, go outside, get grounded, release something. Really tap into nature this week if you can. Tap into that autumn energy if you're in this part of the world. Other parts of the world, it's spring. Tap into the spring energy and the spring equinox that just happened, right? But it's all about stability and being the master and being in charge of your own life and world, being the emperor of your world, your castle, your kingdom, okay? That's kind of what I get from these cards. Let's draw a few of the Botanical Inspirations cards and see what else I can tell you, Group 1, about your week. Coreopsis, tick seed, always joyful. Write it on your heart that every day is the best day of the year. Ralph Waldo Emerson. I love that. And we will do one more. Sacred lotus, enlightenment. No mud, no lotus. Okay, put that right there. No mud, no lotus. I feel that most of you, like this card suggests, have been kind of in the mud, working through the mud. You had some tough breaks. Maybe more recent, or maybe you've been going through a tough time for quite a while. Might be related to this COVID-19 pandemic, might not be. whatever the case, you are coming to the surface very soon, is what I'm hearing, Group 1. You're coming to the surface. You're blossoming. Coming to the surface, doing things on your own, being very confident and strong. But beware of this volatile energy. Maybe it's someone who comes in, who awakens that in you. Or like I said at the beginning, maybe this eruption is the release, your release of the past. Enchanted, yeah. Definitely tap into that childlike imagination. I feel like your creative energy is going to be very important moving forward. And don't forget to look into your ancestry, your culture, your customs, your roots. Okay, that's going to be important moving forward as well. I feel like your ancestors are coming through for you very strongly as of late and moving forward. They're pushing you, they're urging you and nudging you to do this thing on your own. For some of you, this is just launching your own business on your own. But for many of you, this is literally going off on your own and getting into your own place, your own space for the first time in a long time. And that's pretty exciting. So this week's kind of the jumping off point for all of that for you, Group 1. Looks like a good week, productive week, a week of release and creativity. Don't forget to be joyful and get grounded before you make any tough choices, all right? All right. Have a great week. Bye. Hello, Group 2. If you chose the second card, this is your reading for this week. So let's take a look at your first card. Ooh, you have Tsunami Wake-Up Call. There's some kind of a wake-up call happening this week. Are you ready for it? Let's see what else we get from that same deck. What else you need to know. This is Earth Magic Oracle. Dreamtime Creation. Group 1 also had this card. Desert Vision Quest. All right. So you're in search of something, okay? Maybe your wake-up call is that you're not happy and you need to go on some kind of an inner quest to find out what would make you happy. Maybe you're not happy in one area of your life, career or relationship or where you live or your health. I feel that you're going to have to tap in to your intuition, that creative energy. I always tell people who ask me about my psychic abilities, my intuition, and I've always said there seems to be a fine line between creativity and intuition, or imagination and intuition. There's a very fine line there. So I do feel like if you tap into your creative energy, you will naturally start to tap into your own intuition very easily, okay? And that will help you with this. Whatever it is you need to do or find or seek or discover. I don't know what's going to be your wake-up call this week. It could be something really big, or it could be something really small, yet substantial, but still substantial. It could be just a moment where you just suddenly have a realization that you need to find out something. Find out how to be happy. Find out who you are, where you belong, what you want to do with the rest of your life, who you want to be with, what type of person you want to be with. All of those things. Any of those things could apply to you, Group 2. But you definitely have to go within a little bit to figure it all out, okay? So we also have for you Temple, Inner Being Visualization. Yes, Sacred Space. Just what I was saying. Just what I was saying. That's what you need to do. Visualize, visualize your life and how you want it to be. First, maybe sit somewhere outside in nature. See your life as it is. See the path that you're on right now, where it's headed. And ask yourself, is that where I want to be in 5 years, in 10 years, in 15 years? And then visualize where you do want to be in 5, 10, 15 years. And start coming up with an active plan in order to manifest what it is you really want, okay? Joy, yeah. Affirmations, surroundings, light and beauty, joy. You need to incorporate joy. You need to find your joy, all right? Nurture that solar plexus and sacral chakra. We have a lot of the oranges and the yellow here. That's all about the joy. It's all about passion. All the things that make life worth living. Maybe you've lost that. Maybe you've been depressed. Maybe you've been frustrated at work or with your partner, or with your family or roommate. Whoops, almost slipped out. So you need to figure out what it is that you really want, group 2. Okay. It's interesting too, I always look at the numbers, how we have a 7 and an 8 here. It's like you're starting to take the steps this week in the direction of where you want to be in the future and in the further future. All right, let's draw some tarot and see what else I can tell you. Okay. We have the 7 of Swords, we have the Prince of Swords, Queen of Discs or Coins, the 6 of Discs, and the Ace. I love that. Okay. So this week, 7 of Swords, deception. All right. What has happened? What is going on, group 2? What is happening? The end of something. You have been mistreated, and that will be even more evident this week. Something is a wake-up call, and it's going to be a big deal. I don't feel like it's going to be a literal death, but look at these words here: deception, death, and destitution. So there's a threat this week, group 2. It's a threat to your health, your happiness, or your financial security, your family, or something like that, something important to you. And that's what you need to wake up to. That's what you're needing to visualize on, is how to fix this, how to make this right, okay? For some of you, you're being overworked and underpaid. For others of you, you've got a loved one who's deceiving you in some way, whether they're literally stealing or cheating or just being utterly dishonest. You're determined. We've got determined with the Prince of Swords. You're taking charge of your life. Boy, you do have the strength. Look at this. Determination, strong Emperor energy. That's a white wolf, and strength. You have the strength to make this move, make this change, okay? There's not a lot of action this week. There's a lot of mental action and intuitive action and a lot of realizations here, okay? A lot of realizations where something is just not working, but you are strong enough to figure it out and to leave the situation. You know, if it's an abusive relationship or there's some kind of abuse at work, verbal abuse or whatever, you're really figuring it out this week. How to leave and how to be financially stable without that, without having to put up with that. All right. Nurture, vision. Okay. And the moon, defeating. Okay, this is mental. This is mental. You need to love yourself, group 2. First and foremost, love yourself. Nurture yourself. And some of you might be earth signs, sun, moon, or rising. That is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But you have been mentally exhausted, okay? You have been a little bit imbalanced, but what I'm getting, I gotta be honest, I feel like there's things and people in your environment that are playing a large part of this. So someone is definitely not treating you right, group 2. Again, a boss, a coworker, a friend, a family member, a spouse, a parent, child, I don't know, but you need to figure it out. You need to, there's vision again. Look at that, your key word, vision and visualize. If you don't like where you're at, you need to visualize where you want to be. That's the first step. And the next step is to take action. Okay? You are underappreciated wherever you're at, whatever that is. That's the very least of it probably for some of you. So let's see what we get here with the 6 and the Ace of the Coins. And clarity. Yeah. You know what to do. It probably does have to do with money or your work. Culmination of wealth. You know what to do. You are figuring out how to be financially successful or stable and or financially independent. Because I feel like whatever this is not working. And if you stick with this, that is definitely toxic, it's just not going to be good. And you know it. You realize it. Okay? You realize it. There's the wake-up call happening this week. That's what your guides and your angels are gifting you this week. They're gifting you with the wake-up call so that you can find the clarity and the vision of what you really want your life to be like. So let's see what else I can tell you. Valor, yeah, there's victory here. Valor with a creative idea with your own business, structure with your own business or a creative idea, and the Magician group too, with your own business or a creative idea. So if you're considering that, I would say go for it. Go for it. A lot of these cards point to you doing your own thing for money, which entails you to use your brilliant creativity and your imagination. Let's see what we get with the Botanical Inspirations cards for the week. So you have Dahlia, dignity. A wise man has dignity without pride. A fool has pride without dignity. Okay, so maybe leave this situation with dignity intact. And we have Iris, my favorite flower, rainbows and messages. When it rains, look for rainbows. When it's dark, look for stars, group 2. Look for stars when it's dark. All right, this is going to be a telltale week for you. Be ready for it. Vision, 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 and visualize. Bye. Hello, group 3. If you chose the 3rd card, this is your reading. So your first card is Mountain, Strength. So you, group 3, are going to be called to be a mountain of strength, or you will be asked to be strong in order to climb over a mountain this week, a challenge coming up. Let's see what else I get with the same deck. This is Earth Magic Oracle. We have Desert Vision Quest. Another group also had this card. And Wolf Instinct. All right. So far it looks like you will have to use your instincts in a situation. I'm getting the word response, so maybe the way you respond to a situation is going to be important this week, group 3. How you respond to maybe a conflict at work or a conflict in the home, a conflict with your spouse. Let's see what else we get from a different deck. This is the Universal Folk Oracle. Meditation. 21. Routine, breath, quiet, peace. And we have Remembrance. Remembering love, loss, and healing. Okay, there we go. So there's some healing happening here. Strength to heal, to get through this. Maybe you're grieving the physical loss, the physical death of someone. Maybe you're grieving a different type of loss, or the loss of a pet, or the loss of a relationship or a job. But you definitely need to meditate. You need to look inside of yourself to find out what's missing, okay? You need to find some time for yourself, whether it's just driving in your car, or maybe you can get out in nature and take a hike or a walk and just be in the moment. Pay attention to your natural surroundings, all right? In my neck of the woods, the leaves are starting to turn. So I love to take walks this time of year and just notice how quickly the leaves change to the beautiful autumn colors of orange and red and burgundy and yellow. I feel like you need to do something like that this week. Also, trust your instincts. But we have a wolf there. So that kind of ties in for me to the strength card again, okay? You know, I'm sure you've heard of the term the lone wolf. You do need time alone this week, definitely. Let's see what we get for you, group 3, with the tarot. And this is the Field Tarot. I just got this deck and I absolutely love it. So we have Princess of Wands, the High Priestess, Prince of Wands, 8 of Discs, and the Sun. Okay, a lot of fire energy here, a lot of strong, intuitive, but fiery energy here. Notice we have another wolf. We do have wands, wands, fire, 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 intuition, and the wolf. So it's kind of all tying in with the oracle cards. So what's going on? Let's break it down here. Okay. So you, I feel, are partnering with someone. The King of Cups could be you or the person you're partnering with. You might be the Princess of Wands. That's a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. King of Cups is water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. It might not be an emotional partnership. This is probably some kind of business or creative partnership. For some of you, this is hiring someone. Literally, it could be a solicitor or a lawyer to talk or work on your behalf in regards to some matter that has to do with money or your work. But essentially, it's taking action and finding this partner to help you with this. The High Priestess is just saying to follow your instincts. We have the Prince of Wands, more fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. That's male energy. Sorrow coming up first, and then another person, and the 6. Okay, let's take a look at these cards and see what they could be meaning. Okay. I feel that you're going to receive just slightly bad news. It's not terrible. It's slightly bad news about money, okay? So maybe some of you get denied for a loan, or maybe some of you don't get hired. You went through the interview process and this and that and the other, but you don't get a call back. So I feel like it's a slight disappointment, yet you still have enough. There's abundance. It's not a great loss. It's news that affects you, but it's more of an intellectual thing because we have the King of Swords on top of the 3 of Swords. The King of Swords is authority, and it's fairness, and it's the mind. Swords are the mind and communication. So even though it's slightly disappointing news, it's definitely not completely devastating. So that might be what you need strength for, to overcome this slight disappointment. He even looks a little bit disappointed in this card, right? A little bit, just slightly disappointed. You're probably going to persevere just fine through that, okay? We have the next one, which is the 8, which is hard work. It's hard work and dedication and strength. So you're definitely, and movement, you're definitely not giving up. So for example, maybe some of you have been looking for a job or a new job, and maybe you get a rejection this week. It hurts, it stings, but it's fine. It's not the right job for you, okay? It's not the right job for you, place for you, person for you, whatever this little disappointment is. It's just not right for you. You have the strength and the fortitude to keep on moving and keep on going with optimism, okay? Because everything's gonna be okay. We have the sun here. Have faith that everything's gonna be just fine. But you might need a few moments alone after a little bit of a disappointment. Let's see what else I can tell you. Yeah, you're manifesting what's right for you, or who is right for you, okay? And it's not this thing. It's not this thing. Love, wow, and vibrancy. Okay. Some of you it has to do with love, but some of you it might have to do with work, and this is something totally separate. Love coming in, romance coming in. We've got the Queen of Wands. Someone who's very vibrant, very energetic. Also, possibly a sun, moon, or rising sign that is fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But there is love coming in. There is romance and fun. There's the sun over here. What else can I tell you, group 3? Clarity. Yeah, there's clarity. So once you're off on your own and you're able to meditate and go deep and realize that whatever this was that you did want, or you thought you wanted, or you thought you needed, I feel like you realize, yeah, that must not have been right for me. It's okay. I'm going to shake it off. I'm going to keep going. Okay. Let's see what we got with the Botanical Inspirations cards. Coreopsis, another group, got this flower, always joyful. And you have the sun as well. Write it on your heart that every day is the best day of the year. Well, Ralph Waldo Emerson, always joyful. And pink rose, grace and sweetness. The pursuit of perfection then is the pursuit of sweetness and light. I love that, grace and sweetness. We do have quite a bit of these pink and purpley hues here. We have love, love, Ace of Cups, love, strength, but there's that mauve and purpley and pink in there as well. So I do feel like either new love is coming in for you very shortly, or you already have your person and they are completely supportive of all your choices. They're your rock, and you're probably their rock as well. But pink is a big color in your reading, as well as maybe the blues, I would say, of the throat chakra. So heart chakra, throat chakra, speaking your truth, also getting emotions out in a healthy way. Speaking your truth, speaking your mind in a compassionate and kind way as well. But essentially, after this little bit of a maybe slight disappointment, just shake it off. Everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. You're manifesting what you really need. You're strong, you're dedicated, and there's lots of movement here. There's a lot of fire energy in your reading, group 3. So just keep on keeping on. Keep on doing your thing. It's gonna be fine. We also have 21, which is a 3. That's an 11. Balance of body, mind, and spirit. We have, what else do we have? A couple of aces, of course. 2 aces, which is great. There's new beginnings there with emotions and with mental. Very productive week for you, group 3. There you go. Have a great one. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, everyone. I wanted to do the collective reading. Let's see what the energy is going to be like this week with just a few cards. So we have volatility and strength coming up with that deck. Let's move over to the Universal Folk Oracle. we have empowerment, expansion, together, prosper, divine, and gratitude, receiving blessings, thanks, and giving, which it's not quite Thanksgiving yet, but we're entering the season of Thanksgiving, autumn. So we have something happening that might be a little bit volatile or explosive, which empowers people and enables people to feel stronger, or kind of causes people to tap into their own personal strength this week. But also there's a sense of gratitude underneath all of that. Let's see what we get with the tarot cards. Yeah, there's valor, like winning the battle and exploring, going off after the battle. I'm going to do 5 if I can fit them. And authority and generosity. So there's a sense of giving back. Love is in the center here. Right in the center is love. So there is a lot of fire energy here with the wands and the orangey tones and the golds. So there could be some things happening that will cause people to react. But underneath all of that, be grateful, stay calm, stay centered, okay? What else can I tell you? I'm going to draw a few more. Yeah, despite that. Okay. So someone, yeah, there's going to be some people who will be instigating things, causing despair, causing upsets, causing you to have to defend yourself in a sense, right? This could be macrocosm group. It could have to do with COVID-19. It might have to do with the vaccine. I'm not sure, but there's definitely some people instigating this. Stay strong, stay balanced. Yeah, there's leadership and independence. Stay balanced. Be with people who are like-minded, okay? Trust people who you intuitively trust, okay? Trust the information coming from people that you trust, is what I'm hearing here. But overall, love is in the center here. Gratitude is a part of this week. But you might have to pull from your inner strength, okay? In order to empower yourself or in order to prosper, because there's going to be some contradicting, instigating energy for most of us. Let's draw a final card for our week. Sweet pea, blissful pleasure. Follow your bliss and the universe will open doors where there were only walls. Joseph Campbell. Right on top of the love, the Ace of Cups there. Follow your bliss this week. Stay strong. Have a great one.